share screen. And I hope you guys can see my screen. And the voice is and I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, I can see David. Yeah, okay. We did data analysis lesson. We achieved several things. It's loading. Yeah, actually, this is what we did last week. Last week, we used different tools to plot graphs, to analyze some few data with Anaconda. So this is what we did last week. And also last week, we were able to learn some few things like creating graphs with Matplotlib. So creating graphs with Matplotlib. So how do you create graphs with Matplotlib? So you just import the Matplotlib. This is already something that we covered last week, so you can check it out. You can check out the full recording on the oops. You can check the whole recording on the LMS about uh, this particular topic that we covered last week. That is data analysis with Matplotlib, Pandas, and NumPy. So this is what we did. We imported Matplotlib. We plotted the x and y axis. Then in the y axis and x axis, we plotted x and y, and then we drew a small graph on how to do this. So in case you missed this, you can check out on the weekly live recordings. That is the academy. Just go to the LMS. Just go to the LMS. Just go to the LMS. Go to your Python. That was, I think, week 7. Let me see if it's true. Week 7. Just go to week 7 weekly live session recordings. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so you can check out these recordings, these three of the recordings. It's all the same thing: session 1, session 2, session 3. You can just check any of them, and then you'll see everything that we did, from setting up this Anaconda all the way to drawing these different graphs in these different ways. So today, of course, we are going to do something extra. We are going to build on top of what we did last week. Actually, it's almost like everything that we are going to start, we are going to start like a fresh, like we don't know these things happen. So whatever you are going to do today is something from scratch. And let me see if we have any important questions. You are not audible. Am I audible? Someone is saying that I'm breaking. You're okay. You're okay. Thank you. Thank you. Someone is asking, is this just going over last week's stuff or end questions? What we are going to do, we are just checking what we did last week and what we have to do today. So the main content for today is I want us to build our confidence or our knowledge when it comes to data analysis. When it comes to data analysis, we have so many things that we have to be aware of. Not only writing the code, but what do we expect? What do we know? What do we have to do? Then after the session, if time allows, I'm going to show you some AI tips. I'm going to show you some AI tips, and I'm going to answer some of your questions. So yeah, today it's all about, we are going to learn like 10 things at the same time, so don't worry. But they are all simple. They are all tips, just different tips on how to do different things. Anyway, for those who missed last week, and also for those who were in last week's session but they forgot how to access their Anaconda, it's very simple. Go to anaconda.com, anaconda.com/app. When you go to the anaconda.com without the /app, it will look like this. Every time it will be telling you to create account or sign up. So in case you created an account last week, it's very simple. Just go here, type /app/app, then enter, and there we go. We have our Anaconda app right there. Then for those who forgot, what next? Just click Jupyter, this Jupyter notebook. Just click and wait for it to do its magic. Of course, we said it's going to take some time with these it's going to take some time with this white screen, but just give it time. It's going to open, so don't worry, don't panic, it's going to open. So yeah, very cool, very cool one. So in the meantime, as we wait our Jupyter to open, we have some few things. We want to check some data analysis roadmap as we wait for our Jupyter notebook to open. We can just check our data analysis roadmap. So let me just share this link on the chat. Okay, for those who have downloaded the Jupyter, it's okay, fine, well, good one. Thank you, David Molly. Thank you, David. Today we are going to check so many things, even including some AI tips that I'm going to show you. So is our Jupyter loading? No, not yet. So we can just give it some time for it to load. Then we can check at this roadmap, but I don't think it's the right time to check at this roadmap. Maybe we can prepare something extra. I've seen someone share some data here. That is Rose Onyango. Thank you, Rose Onyango. I'm looking for some data. I want us to work with real data. You see, last time we were working with the different data. So I want us to work with some data. So I'll share the data. Let me just create my own data. So for example, I want us to work with today's example will be, you see what we did last week, we were just add coding the expected data from the code, okay? But I want us today to import data from a CSV file, from an Excel file, and the rest. So I want us to use that kind of data. So what am I going to do? I just want to create a CSV file. So I'll just use one of the CSV files. So let me just check from one file here. No, let me just find a random file. Yeah, these are your students' details, but I'm going to do away with the unnecessary details. So let me just do away with your emails. I don't need phone number. I just need this. This data makes no sense now. Yeah, it's still valid data, but I don't think it makes much sense. I'm going to share this data with you. So let's say we have this data in CSV. For example, we know we have someone called PLP. Okay, these are just random names. And PLP is from Kenya, and gender is non-binary. And education level empty. That's just an example. Fabia's from Kenya. At least we have someone with everyone's second name for data privacy and security. These are just random names. I will share this CSV. I will share this CSV and explain what I'm trying to do here. I'll show you. I'll show you guys. Don't worry. Don't panic. Anyway, as I prepare this, you guys are about to specialize. I think you guys are about to specialize. You guys are about to specialize. And the specializations are Python. And in Python, you're going to dive into AI. Just a minute. And in Python, you're going to learn AI. For those who have done web development, you guys are going to do full stack development. And in full stack development, you guys are going to learn React, that is React.js, Node.js, MongoDB. I'm trying to solve this. Yes, yeah, there you go. Now I have my data. Okay. So, for those who are going to specialize, you guys are going to specialize in one module. You are going to choose one module, but you can change later in case you feel like the module that you chose, it's not for you, it's hard for you, you are no longer interested, things like that. So what you are going to learn, of course, for those who are doing web development and you'd like to continue things to do with web development, you can specialize in full stack development. Full stack, we have the man. The man means MongoDB. You're going to learn MongoDB. You have been using different database, so you are going to learn MongoDB. You're going to learn Express. It's called Express.js. It's the normal JS. I think you guys have touched a little bit of JavaScript, so it's still JavaScript. You're going to learn Node.js. Node.js. It's used for writing backend systems. Node.js. It is still JavaScript. That's still JavaScript, but now JavaScript for writing backend. You're also going to you're also going to learn React. React.js. React.js. Now, for React.js, take React.js as you know how you write HTML and CSS in different files and JavaScript at the same time. Now, you write JavaScript, you write HTML in two different files, right? Now, React, just like a simple description, is like now combining the two in one. How can you have maize separately? You can eat maize separately. You can eat beans separately. But when you mix the two, you can still eat them together without any confusion. Take that example as React. JavaScript, HTML, combine them, mix them, then write one language. Just like that. It is very simple. You guys are going to learn. You are going to learn. Okay. I'm saying for those who are going to specialize. So I'm just yeah, it's called JSX. Thank you, Bernard. It's called JSX. When I mean for those who are going to specialize, I mean for those who are going to specialize in web development to learn those technologies. For the other category of people who are going to specialize in Python we are going to still Python. It is still Python. So we are going to learn AI. What is AI? How can we go deeper into AI? Can we create our own models? Can we analyze data with AI? So those are the kind of things that we are going to be building. Can we build a system that predicts something? For example, we have floods. Can we use AI models to predict if this rain is going to cause floods? Maybe this kind of disease happening in this certain location, let's predict with this rate it's spreading. What are some of the effects that is going to cause? That is AI and machine learning. And those are the kind of things that we are going to specialize, we are going to do when it comes to those who are going to specialize in Python. Also, for those who are going to, maybe they don't want to do with web, they want to do something called mobile development, creating apps. You see WhatsApp, all those kind of applications that you have in your devices, in your iPhones, in your mobile devices, in your Androids. For those who want to do that, you guys are going to do a technology called Flutter, Dart with Flutter. So that with Flutter, you guys are going to create mobile apps. And we have another category of people who don't want to do any of that. They want to do something called software testing. Have you ever heard of people called QA, quality assurance, software testers, um, those kind of people? Yeah, you can be one. We are going to specialize in that and we are going to show you how uh, we do it. Can someone specialize in more than one? Of course, yes, if you are capable of handling the two. If you are capable of handling the two and you are sure, just you can specialize. Can you do all of them? I don't think you can do all of them in 8 weeks. Maybe when you are feeling the specialization, you guys can select the specialization that you want. But in case you want some knowledge, in case you want to do, you want some skills, you can, maybe I can specialize in Python. Fully, I'm doing Python, I'm committed to Python. But I just want to see how people, I just want to see how people work when it comes to Flutter, that with Flutter. I can still attend that with Flutter sessions. Just the live sessions you can attend, you are free to attend. But the purpose of specializing is that we expect you to do that project with that specialization. And another reason for specialization is whenever we are producing your certificate, I will say, for example, Pauline Ann has graduated from PLP and specialized in AI. You see that specialization in AI. As specialized in Manstack, as specialized in software testing. So yeah, that's the purpose of specialization and filling in those specialization forms that we are going to share. So yeah. Yeah, so we are going to see that. Yeah. So we are saying today it's all about talking. So I think our Jupyter is now ready. Our Jupyter is now ready. We can now you see this data that we prepared here. Where is it? Let me see. Let me see. Now today I want us to work with this data. See this data? With this data. This is what I want us to work with today. This data. We want to load this data into our CSV, then analyze this data. For example, let's assume that you have been given this data. This is just a sample data. Maybe data with like all these columns and rows. So I want us to upload this data to Anaconda. So for example, let me just create a folder. Let me just create a new folder. new folder and call it week 7. Let me just call it week 7. This is just a folder that we are going to work with. Okay, so I'm going to create all my files will be right here. So in this folder, I want to upload my CSV file document. Is it document or is it download? Let me see. Yeah, today's data. So that's what I can do. You see, very simple. Just click this upload button. Just click this upload button. Then upload any data that you want to use. Maybe for those who want to try, let me see if I can. Please share the data. Where do you share? Click from your computer. Let me see today's data. There we go. For those who want to try, I've shared that CSV file with you. You can download some. You have some few seconds to download this data. It is a CSV file. It is a CSV file. You can see it. If you are using mobile device, you can't see it. But if you are using laptop, of course, I know. I'm pretty sure you can see it. Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. I think a good number has downloaded that data. Yeah, if you are using your phone, you can't see that data, unfortunately. But for those who are using using laptops, I think you can see it now. Yeah. Now, we have analyzed that data, right? Not analyze, sorry. We are yet to analyze that data. So, step 1, I want us to read that data. Now, how do you read that data? So let me just create a file, not a launcher, but a file. I want to create a file, new notebook. New notebook. If I create this new notebook, I'm not sure if it's going to create here. New folder. No, this is a launcher. Okay, let me just create it the normal way. Now I can rename this file. This file, I can give it any name of my choice, like today's analysis. Okay, so remember what we said in the previous 2 weeks. If you want to clean up data, we use pandas. If we want to take data and not really clean it but format it, and for example create tables, we use pandas to create in data frames. Now, if we want to create tables, not really tables but graphs, a good presentation or data presentation, we use matplotlib. Now, because we want to use import pandas as PD. So we are going to import pandas as PD. So we want to load this CSV file and show the data right here. So how do we load it? We can use data frame. We say data frame is any variable. We can say data is equal to, we use a function called read CSV, read underscore CSV, not read but PD, yeah. Pandas read CSV, pandas.read CSV. Then right here, we pass into bracket, not into brackets, but into quotation marks. We pass the name of the file. What is the name of our CSV file? Today's underscore data dot CSV. Then just as simple as that. Then in case we want to see the data, we can print the data just like that. I want to run this code and see if we get any error. So to run this code, I said it's very simple. You can just click this play button. See this play button here? It's called run this cell. And let's see. There we go. Imagine, there we go. We have loaded our data. See, very simple. See how fast we have loaded our data. So what have we done? We wanted to load our data and display in a term of a table or in a form of a table. So what do? We imported pandas SPD. Data, we declared a variable called data. We used pd.readCSV. ReadCSV is a function that we use to read CSV files. So we'll read the CSV file, the name of the CSV file, just like that. Then we print out the output. As simple as that. For those who are following along, have you successfully printed out this or you are getting an error? Yay, I can see. There we go. Good number. Done. Success. Successfully done. Thank you. Thank you. I can see Lillian, Felix, Evelyn, Michael. Is it Michael or is it Mikhail? Solomon, very dusted. Yeah, done. Lillian, can see you are done. I think we have some people who are requesting for the data. Let me share. Let me share the data. How do we place the data in Anaconda? You just click this upload button. You see this upload button here? This app button, this button here, this app. You just click it, then you select the name of the file, then you open and it will load. Very simple. This button here, just click this button, go to your Explorer, find your file, select that file, open, then you'll have this data loaded right there. It's very simple. Your Jupyter tab is, your Jupyter file is loading. Yeah, don't worry. It takes some time. Sometimes it takes some time. You guys check, for those who are getting the error, just check the naming of your file. Check the naming of your file. The CSV file is called today's underscore data.csv. Today's underscore data.csv. So whenever you are writing this here, just type the exact name of your file. Just make sure that you have the correct spellings. Unless if you don't have the correct spellings, then automatically it's going to fail. Yeah, it's now working, Cynthia. Ah, awesome. Love it. Maybe someone can tell us what is CSV. What do you think CSV is? What do you think it's a CSV file? I can see people are saying it's a comma separated values. Comma separated values, comma separated values. What do you think a CSV file is? It's a comma separated values. Comma separated values. Okay, someone has written the exact description of what a CSV file is. A CSV file is a plain text file that stores tabular data, where each line represents a row, and values within each row are separated by commas. So let me show you what we mean. This one is a tabular data, where each data is stored in a form of line. You see, they count as a line. So this is a line 2, line 3, line 4. Now, where does the comma come to play? So when you save this data as a CSV.csv file, behind the scenes, it counts like after you are done with the first row, by the end of the row, there is a comma. By the end of the row, there is a comma. By the end of the row, there is a comma. In reality, we can't see the comma, but behind the scenes of the software, that's where you can see it's a comma separated value. So in case you wanted to transform a file into a CSV, there are some sites that request you to separate your files into CSVs. Can you guys still see my screen? Some people are saying they can't see my screen. We can see. Thank you. Okay, you guys can see my screen. Yeah, very visible, very visible. Yeah, thank you. Okay, oh, they mean the Anaconda screen. Thank you. Got it. So this is the Anaconda screen. This is the Anaconda screen. So this is one operation that we can perform when it comes to loading CSV files into pandas. Now I want us to go to the next step. The next step is now we have loaded this data. Right? Now, what if we take this data? And we want to do an operation called describe? Describe is like, let's see what if we do data dot describe. Let's see what output we get first. Let's see what output we get. Now, imagine you have loaded this data, of course. We have loaded it. Let me first not print out this data. Let me not print out. Yeah. Imagine your purpose was, or the main task was, load this data and start analyzing it. Okay? And start analyzing it. You can see from the CSV file that we have our summary right here. So the total number of learners there, or the total number of data in that list, is 356 rows. can see all these are 300 and 353, not 56. 353 uh, learners, 353 learners. Okay. So in this list, we have uh, all this data that has been analyzed here, like the undergraduate 204. This is the common value. This is the common value. We are not doing the full analysis. So this we are just describing. We are going to do the full analysis of this list. Now, how many people are there in Kenya? How many learners are male? How many are female? How many undergraduates? How many are different levels? So this is just the basic analysis. Okay. Now we want to do something else. We want to do something else. Like, for example, we want to take the data. We want to take the data and analyze a certain row. So, for example, we have how many columns? We have country, we have gender, we have academic level. What if we wanted to analyze the academic level? Or for example, gender. Let's do first with gender and see. So we pass the data here, then into brackets, data dot value underscore value counts. Value, is it count or is it counts? Let's see. Let me run this cell and see. There we go. Now you can see when I do data, I target a particular column. Then I do dot value counts. Value counts is counting the values. Now we are doing the real analysis. In that list I've given you, how many people are male? How many are female? And the others. So that's how you can analyze this particular data. You can get this summary as simple as that. Dot value counts. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to do something else like country? You can check the country as well. You can just target the country. Country is the header here, this header here. I can do country, can load, I can see all these learners come from Kenya. What if we had a different learners from different areas? You can find their analysis right there. What about the academic level? Let me see the academic level as well and see how many learners we have from different academic levels. Then I can run this. There we go. It can give me the analysis of these learners right here. So undergraduate 204, high school 52, just like this. Everything has been well analyzed right here. It is as simple as that. You pass the data variable. Remember the data variable, we declared it right here. First operation is to read the CSV. Then we can count for a specific academic level. So this is how you count the academic levels. Very nice, understood. I can see, yes, thank you, James. Thank you, James. Thank you, James. You can see this data is really analyzing very well. Code for academic level, it's very simple. Code for academic level is right here. We have not changed anything, we just changed this here, this context right here. So why are we using these square brackets here? We pass the data, the square brackets, you can see it's a list of things here. It's just a list of items here. The first item is First name, country, gender, academic level. So we pass the array here. In the array, in this list, we want to get the academic level dot the value underscore counts. We get the values right there. So the next thing that we want to do is we can plot a graph. We can plot a graph of that data. For example, we have that academic level. We have that academic level. We can data dot plot. We can plot a graph of the academic levels. So if I run this cell, data dot plot, why is it not plotting? Why is it not plotting? I have not defined the x-axis. No, it's working. Let me see why it's not plotting. What error are we getting? Value counts dot plot. Maybe I can change something here and call it encoding. I'll explain what's happening here. It's Latin. I'll explain. Let me run this cell. Still bringing that error. Why is it giving me this error? Why is it giving me this error? No, yeah. In case we wanted to plot this, we can change this. No, if I do away with this, let me see. Yeah, it's working well. So we can create another file and call it data. Data is equal to, you can print out whatever that you want to do. Is equal to data dot value counts, value underscore counts. Then you pass the academic level into quotation marks. Then we pass the data dot plot. Let me see if that one works. There we go. We are getting an error. Let me do this data 2. I'm still getting an error. Someone is telling me it's in caps. Academic level. Oh, academic level. Yeah, thank you. It was just a typo. Thank you. Who was this? It was a capital. It was a caps. Caleb. Yeah, thank you, Caleb and Simon. Yeah, Caleb and Simon. Thank you. So, as you can see, if I try, where is it? So if I try here to have a small typo, then if I have academic level as a small typo, there we can see, you can read through the error. Actually, if you read through this error, it can tell you where the error is. So it was the academic level, it was in caps. The L should be in caps. There we go. You can plot out a graph. So let me see if we do, no, this one can print, yeah. So this is how you can analyze this data and draw a graph. So you can take it further and actually do the labeling. The labeling we did last week, and the labeling we did last week. So you can check out last week recording and see how we do the labeling in the X and in the Y axis. You can see automatically the x-axis has added as the academic level here. Very simple, as simple as that. So the next thing that we can do to analyze our data, so those are the basic things that you can do to analyze our data. So you can see you can plot these graphs with simple things as that. So those are the limitations that we have for the data that we have. Now imagine with all these data. Let me see if we can change this into pi. Into pi. I run this code. It's not printing out into pi. So how do we do to print out into pi? Someone can suggest, someone can Google, someone can try. How do you, if you want to plot this into pi? If you want to draw a pie chart, if you want to draw a pie chart, how can we do this? How can we do this? Someone can show us. Someone can show us. How do we draw that into a pie? It's just a test. Someone say we resend the file. I'm going to resend the file right away. The file, there you go. There we go. How do you load the data in Anaconda? It's very simple. If you have the data, you have downloaded the data. It's very simple. It's very simple. Just click this upload button here. See these upload files. These upload, this arrow up. Just click that. Then click the file that you want to upload. Then click open or load. Then it will automatically load this file right here. It is very simple, as simple as that. It is as simple as it looks like. So from the data that we have, those are some of the limitations that we have for the data. So someone can tell us, how do we plot a pie chart? How do we plot a pie chart? Someone is telling us data.plot.py. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Let's see if you are going to try all your solutions. It's data.plot.py. Someone is telling us to do this. Data.plot.py. Let's see. There we go. That was very fast. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. So you do data.plot, but you are plotting what? You are plotting a pie chart. Data.plot.py. Data.plot.bar. Let's see if we are going that can apply for a bar chart. There we go. Very cool. You can plot any graph that you want. Data.plot, but plot what? Plot a bar chart, plot a pie chart, or plot any chart of your choice. Plot any chart of your choice. It is very simple as it looks like. Very, very simple. How do we get the data? I've shared it right here. I've shared the data right here. You can download this data. I've shared the data right here. Can we export the data from Anaconda? Can we export the data from Anaconda? This is share. This is share. Let me see. You can share a notebook. Anyone can collaborate. Anyone who can show us how to share the data from Anaconda. Anyone can tell us how to download the data from Anaconda. Just want to see the curious people. Just want to see the curious people who can try. Anyone who can tell us how to export this report. Anyone? Click share, then open on VS Code, then click share. So if I click share, just want to see the curious people. Share notebook, sharing right here. Let me see. I can only share this or I can invite. I can only share this or I can invite people to open it. Anyone can tell us how to download this data from Anaconda. Just want to see the curious people. Yes, I know we can for oops, sorry, my internet disconnected. Let me share again screen. Lost you, yeah, very fine, very fine. Okay, so that's how you do it. So I want us to look at the last thing. That is the data analysis roadmap. Data analysis roadmap. For you guys who are analyzing data, of course, I know next week we shall be here doing data. So I just want to feed you the smallest information a bit by bit. So actually we have extra 8 weeks to do data analysis. Extra 8 weeks. Once we specialize, actually this will be the topic. Data analysis and predictions with AI. So the roadmap is right here. I shared the link. Let me reshare the link in case you want to check it out again. There we go. Data analysis roadmap. Yeah. I think you have the link now. So in data analysis, you have done most of these things. So what is the roadmap? You need to understand what is data analytics. What is data analytics? You can open this to read through these descriptions of what data analysis is, and you can read the types of data analytics here. We have descriptive analytics, we have diagnostic analytics, we have predictive analytics, we have prescriptive analytics. What is prescriptive analytics? Don't know why mine is loading. Is it my internet or is it what? Let me see. Should be loading. Diagnostic. Yeah, there we go. Prescriptive. So these are just definitions of these analytics. Why are you doing prescriptive analytics? You are doing prescriptive analytics to help you make decisions in a business or in organization context. Let's assume now, for example, I want to make decisions with this data that we just analyzed from the education level and see, yes, we have so many learners, but most of the learners are coming from the undergraduate. So how many learners are really interested in data analytics or in our programs? Most are coming from undergraduate. And why? One reason, learners in universities, in colleges, they have access to internet. So they have access to information. So if they have access to information, that means I can target them. They have the skill, they have the resources, they have the internet, they have computers. So of course we know that. So that's a decision that you can make. We have learners in undergraduate, in postgraduate. So that means our learners above degree, maybe masters and the rest. But from a business perspective, why are these learners in postgraduate attracted to our program? And let's say they enroll, and all the way they do all the 16 weeks up to completion. Now we have to dig deeper. Why are they completing? So those are some of the decisions that you can make. And what are some of the projects these learners are in master's level, PhD level are doing from our program? So those are kind of decisions that you can make when you do data analytics. You can dig deeper and understand why. So uh, uh, okay, my internet keeps kicking me out. Don't know why. So you can explore all these other roadmaps. That is the data collection. Of course, we have the data cleanup with Matplotlib and the rest, statistical analytics and machine learning. So these are the analytics that, or the roadmap that you guys can follow. You can understand what is CSV files and uh, the rest. Yeah, it was very simple. Our today's session is very short and very, very simple. And I think we can stop our session there. You can explore this roadmap. You can explore all these concepts right here. Yeah, it's very simple. It's very simple. And I hope you have understood something from our today's session. And it's very short. Yeah, we are going to do more examples and I'm going to share the code in a few. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. I think the session is very short. In the next 8 weeks after specialization, we are going to do this and more of this. Thank you. See you in the next one.